Hey guys, welcome back to Blackbird Studio. A while back, I made these videos of these cubes that just hit the ground and scatter, basically. I also made this one. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to do that. So make a new file, and what we'll need to do is add a plane so that we have something for the cube to collide with, and then move it up the cube, and then go to the modifiers tab and add an array modifier, and then increase the count to be 10. And also we want there to be small gaps in between the cubes, so increase the relative offset by 1. Just click it once, 0.1, yeah. Okay, and do that again, but this time change the x-axis, which is the first one, to 0, and on the y-axis we want it to be 1.1. And then increase this to 10 again, and do that for one last time. 10, and then 0, and this should be 1.1. Great, scale that a bit more. Now, if we go to the physics properties and add a rigid body, well, right now it won't collide with the ground because the ground needs to also have a rigid body, and we need to change it to passive. This should stay as active because this is actually going to be moving, the ground's not, and it's going to be colliding with the ground. Sorry, I played that backward. Okay. And it doesn't really do what we want it to do. As you can see, the cubes don't fall on top of each other, and that's because this is all one object. You need them to be multiple objects. So go and apply the modifiers, and then tab into edit mode, and then press P and by loose parts, and that'll basically separate all these into different cubes. Play that again. Now this is also not what we want, and this happens because the origin point, which is the yellow dot, or the orange dot actually, that needs to be at the center of the geometry on all the cubes. So select them. I'm just going to select the first one, and that one, cube 999, a lot of cubes. It's actually 1,000 because it starts at 0, but yeah. So now if we go to object, set origin to geometry, there'll be a lot more dots because all the origin points are at the center of the geometry, basically. And now if we put this back, then it'll work. And that'll look really cool. And now, select everything. Scroll back up here. Cube. Oh. There we go. And if we move it up, and also we scale it down, and basically the animation will be faster. Not sure why this is, but it just works. So yeah. Oh, we might need to move it up just a bit like that, so that it bounces more. Very cool. Now if you want it to be more like the first one, like this, and like go crazy, I made this really small. Oh, I think I'll do that. Get really small then. If I play it back. Ooh, as you can see, these cubes at the bottom actually fell through. That's not what we want. There's smaller collision, so we need to scale it up actually. Wait a minute. Okay. Scale it just a bit like that. Yeah, I don't want any of these cubes to be staying up like that. I'm gonna go back to the start and scale it down some more. Just so where it doesn't fall through the ground, but it still bounces a lot. That should do it. Great. Now, we want to make these cubes different colors. We can, well, first, actually, let's position the camera. Let's press 0, and then if we press Shift and then the tilde key, and then use the scroll wheel and press Shift to make it go faster. I'm gonna go like here-ish. There we go. Just so it's in the center, and then if we play it back, we don't. Yeah, it's out of frame. So actually, if we select the camera and then press I and location, rotation, and scale, and then right when it hits the ground, and then press Shift, or actually we can just rotate it on the X, or actually just press Shift and then tilde key and then move it down a little bit, like that, and then, oops, okay, right when it hits the ground, that one more time, and then press I and available. And right here, these cubes go out of frame, so I'm gonna Shift and move the camera, Shift tilde key and move the camera back, like that, and then press I and available. There we go. Now everything's in frame. Great. Okay, now we can work on making them all different colors. Select the cube again, go to the bottom, select the last cube, 1000th cube, Shift A, and we want to search for color. We need a color ramp, and we also need an object info. And if we use the object info and then get random, the random factor, and then plug the color into the base color, basically every cube will be randomly colored between black and white. I'm gonna choose a blue color and a red color for the last one, like that. Okay, next we want this plane. Well, I want this plane to be duplicated and then rotated on the x-axis 90 degrees, and then rotated on the z-axis like that. And then just so it's facing the camera. Let's move it back so that the cubes don't collide with it. 7 and move it back. Pressing numpad 7, by the way, and 0 to get into the camera view. Okay. As you can see at the very start, these are different colors, and that is because well, as you can see in these videos, the background is completely white. How I did that is I just added a mission shader to both these. So I selected one and then go to the materials, properties, base color. Wait, no. Change it from principled BF, I don't know what that means, to mission, and then select this one, shift select this one, Control L and materials. Now, if you deselect them, you can't notice the line right there. So yeah, play it again. Looks like that, and that's about it. Actually, that is it. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please like and subscribe and share it. Bye.